actually exist. So Bir Tawil is an 800 square mile patch of desert between Egypt and Sudan that, thanks to a border dispute, nobody wants or claims, making it the only habitable place on Earth that isn't claimed by any nation.
That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You're talking about it and there's a picture of it. Clearly it does exist. I don't care if it's legally or not. Maybe it legally doesn't exist, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't actually exist, because clearly it does.
Named Nobody's Land. Agloe, New York is a town that was invented in 1930 as a
He even gave it a name, so yeah, it exists.
Copyright trap on a map, and people actually built a general store there, giving it an official business, forcing redistricting to consider it on a technicality. A woman named
What?
Copyright trap on a map, and it's been named Nobody's Land. Agloe, New York is a town that was invented in 1930 as a copyright trap on a map, and people actually built a general store there, giving it an official business, forcing redistricting to consider it on a technicality. A woman named Abigail Colon of Colorado legally doesn't exist, as she never received a birth certificate or social security number because her father didn't trust the government, and thus he hid her identity from public records, so legally she can't get a job, license, or even a bank account.
That's morally messed up. That she's not allowed to do that.
Colors don't technically exist in reality.
But clearly she does exist. Maybe not legally, but who the frick... But she still does physically exist.
Like magenta, which is just your eye seeing red and blue simultaneously without green.
Red and blue make purple.
Pink, which is just red mixed with white light, and brown, which is technically just dark orange. There's no...
That's true, I knew that. If you look on the color wheel, brown is not there. It's dark orange is what it is.
Such thing as pure silence, and it's physically impossible to experience it anywhere in the universe, if not because of outside matter, but rather because...
And I only noticed that when I only realized that when I was creating custom wrestlers on WWE console games. I was going through the colors. Got the orange and but the shade lower, it was brown, and that's when I realized that. That's how I found that out. That brown is dark orange.
Your body would be too loud in a quiet environment. And finally, the concept of nothing doesn't actually exist and isn't real, as it can't be observed or conceptualized in reality.
I'm pretty sure that nothing doesn't exist because if there's nothing, well, nothing is a word, and that would still be something, because words are things. Oh crap, I just lost my train of thought. Wait, but there's no air in space. There's no like oxygen in space. But I think there are still tiny particles, though. So it's not completely silent. My only source for that is the channel Because Science. I think it was a video called about the. I think it was a video about the quietest place on Earth. Or hearing. But anyway.
Pretty cool, right? These are things that don't actually exist.
Also, you just put these things on. You just put this video on the internet, so now these things definitely exist. If they're documented at all, clearly they exist.
The worst 45 seconds of your life. Hashtag growing
Well, that's debatable.
up with braces. What is this? It's a tray filled with ucky tubby custard that they jam up to the roof of your mouth and keep there. Then they take it out and use the indents of your teeth to make retainers and stuff. It wouldn't be that bad if you didn't stay there that long. If the crap wasn't flavored, would you like bubblegum or cookie dough? I don't really care. They both taste like smoking rubber. And if the ortho didn't always overfeel it, so you end up swallowing like a quarter of the stuff and gagging because you're literally deep throating a plastic tray in this freaking pudding teeth glue. The first time they did this to me, I threw up on the dental hygienist. The worst.
Just breathe through your mouth and keep calm, okay? No, I can't. It's halfway down my throat. When I had this done to me, I told the doc I was about to throw up. He said something like, "Nah, that rarely happens," and then it happened. This is accurate. It's awful. Although it's not as bad as having to recover, is the side effects of, is having to recover from the side effects of a surgery. But anyway, still pretty
45
bad.
seconds of your life.
Who's the most handsome guy?
Give him a kiss.
Smell like fish.
Whoa.
Do the thing! So sick.
I don't like you going after my chickens, and I don't want you to do it anymore. Will you promise me that? And I'll let
Is that a peregrine falcon? They eat other birds.
you go.
That's a good deal. A burrito wrap is a standard technique to restrain the bird when they need hand feeding.
I have plate, and then I wrap it over. And the bird is
I
ready.
hope it doesn't hurt them.
And so I can actually
I hope it doesn't hurt them.
feed the bird.
Hey, come on. Hey. Oh my God, I'm holding a freaking hawk. Hi. I gotcha.
Who's the most handsome guy?
After my great-grandparents, Hilda and Ernest, died, my grandparents were clearing out
for
their
your
stuff,
loss.
and Ernest went deaf later in life, and he and Hilda couldn't be bothered to learn sign language. So they passed notes, and my Nana found a note that said, "Ernest, please, f*** off." After my great-grandparents...
Okay.
In the office, we adopted a cat and named him Connor. He's officially employed by the company to hunt mice and provide emotional support to the staff. We even provide him with a salary that we use to buy him food and toys. But last month, we hired a new guy, also named Connor, and to avoid confusion, we started calling him Human Connor. Human Connor then suggested we rename the cat Cat Connor and let him be just Connor, but of course, that was ridiculous. Connor was here first, and by seniority, he outranks him in the company's hierarchy, so no, he remains Human Connor. In the office...
That's fair.
Today I came across a content creator who is on a mission to go to every single McDonald's in the United States. So far, he has been to 422 McDonald's in total, but he has a way to go because there are 13,658 and more keep opening up as he's doing the challenge. To put that into perspective, if he goes to one McDonald's every day for the rest of this challenge, it will take him around 36 years to complete it. Because of this, I find it hard to believe that he's actually going to complete this challenge, but if he does, he deserves to go down as one of the most dedicated people of all time.
You're giving him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's gonna do it.
Being said, I'm really looking forward to his McDonald's adventures in Alaska, Puerto Rico, and especially Guam, which is part of the US but on like the other side of the world. Shout out to him for dedicating his life to McDonald's. I wish him good luck. Today I came across